Oops. Well, good evening. Good evening. Oh dear. Yeah, that's okay. I've mucked up with something there. I don't know what it is at all. Um, I am meant to be here. What we've got on the new scene is meant to be a different scene, and I have overlapped it somehow. I'm Ros Boundy of Boomer Press, and you're just going to have to bear with me as I try to figure out what I've done with my eCam settings in the background. That's what was meant to be there. Good. It just didn't refresh for some reason. I don't know why. Look, it's all things are good with technology, and look, it just so happens that I didn't have it quite in the right place at the right time, and I'm still not sure whether I'm going to the right places. Let me just have a look. Boomer Press, yes. 5 Foot Rope TV, yes. It's saying it's supposed to be there, and yet on my stream it's not coming up that way. So let me just double check that as well. I'll go there, refresh that page, and it's saying I'm going to, oh yes, there we go. So it is, and it is to, oh, press yes, 5 Foot Rope TV. You can just hear that echo. That's all good. It looks like it is. So this is going out to Boomer Press, Facebook, YouTube. So it's the one that's hanging off of the Ros Boundy one, not the one that's at Boomer Press. Look, there's so much that I've got to fix up. And we're going to the 5 Foot Rope TV, the Ros Boundy page that's usually got my psychic medium stuff in it, but at the moment it's now going to have a Boomer Press one, isn't it? And my Ros Boundy profile on Facebook as well. It's headed there too. So, oh goodness. And hi Kenneth from Ontario, Canada. You've caught me where I'm doing the Boomer Press presentation tonight. Well, doing a session with Boomer Press. And it's a funny thing, as I was doing some updating of the website and the community settings, I've mucked something up in the background to the website. So the website itself is coming up with a 404 error that I'll have to sort out after we finish here, which is a bit unfortunate actually, because I don't know exactly what I'm doing with it. But that's okay. If we don't have a play with these things on our computers, we don't find out how they work, do we? So that's just a bit of an unfortunate thing then, isn't it? Now, what I was going to do was actually show you, because last episode, which was that Thursday or Friday? I think it might have been Friday this week, because I did have some, oh, excuse me, I think you know how you know you've got lettuce or something in between your teeth? That's horrible. So I'm going to have a bit of a slurp of my coffee and then I'll get back to you. Just did a quick swish just in case. Anyway, we're here for the Boomer Press and helping people, and Boomer Press is about helping people, helping you. If you know, everyone's got a story to tell. And some do really want to tell it, as in writing it. This is more for the writing and creating a book and that type of thing. So Boomer Press is about helping you bring forward that desire to write a book into reality. And I can probably share the website, except it might come up with an error. Check it out. If it does come up with an error, I know I definitely do have to do some fixing, because I have been doing some stuff in the background that's a little bit, I'm creating the community area for membership community area. where the course is live, but I'm still trying to manage the community membership area where the course will live, so to speak. And that's the part that I'm finessing, and I might have over finessed. So, yeah, it could be that I'm going to have to do a fairly solid fix it and call for help. But that's okay. I do have someone that I can call, but that will be tomorrow because it is Sunday today. I do a lot of this stuff on Sundays, and I'm just going to have to wait. And that's fine. We can wait. I'll be doing some research in the background in preparation for that. So I thought for tonight, though, for what we can do together is have a look at some of those other tools that can be used to write, to create what you want in your stories. Now, what I had shown you from that last episode 29 was more of the wrap to write. And I think I've just closed that particular website profile down. But another thing, with the wrap to write, it's got to where it has at the moment. I'll probably progress more of that next week on the Sunday. I'll do the big tools like that with this hour session that we're sharing. And tonight I thought, well, part of what I'm wanting to use with the wrap to write and the Scrivener is also Notion, a tool that is free. There's a lot that can be done with the free aspect of that as well. So I felt that I would actually share a screen so that I can get into, and I've just got to, I'm just trying to find how it is, Notion. There we go. I'm just finding the web page. I just lost time today because of the doing the updates to try to get the community side of it done. I thought I shall share. I'd run out of time to set this up properly, basically. So I thought, well, I'd share it now, and we can start using a new aspect. Here it is. And I did that pretty quick, didn't I? So here is the Notion.com. If you can see, this is the website name. You would type in Notion.com. So if you want to do that a little later, or you could follow along with me, is fine, but it's probably more an easier thing to actually do it for yourself later. There is quite a lot of help along the ways with YouTube videos and the rest that people share about Notion. I've learnt a reasonable amount about that, but I'm doing it through a Future Fiction Academy is where I'm doing it through, where there's some wonderful course material in there for writers. But there's more. If you're not wanting to go the whole hog of that with a subscription, you can certainly find out different ways to do it free. And what it is, if any of you have actually used Trello, you would probably understand this as being an interrelated database space that you can have all sorts of projects and calendars and things like that all connected in together on the one site. You can create your own wikis, your docs, projects. There is an AI that is paid after a certain number. You've got a calendar, you can do sites. There's so much that can be done on the Notion site and as the free part as well. So you can actually design it really well your own way. Like it says, your workflow, your way. Where the Trello is a little bit more restricted. I do have a Trello account, a paid one, so I've worked with that. And when I found this, I thought, oh wow, I would much rather give this a go. And as it says here, it actually does replace the Trello, Asana and Monday as far as project management systems go. So you can find everything fairly quickly because it does have a search feature as well, and you can see other things that it's able to replace: Google Drive, SharePoint, Confluence. I don't know what SharePoint and Confluence are, haven't used them, but you get the drift. It is a pretty good looking space that you can really get into for your project management, for sorting and organising what you would like to store all together for writing a book. That's what really brought the attention to me for doing the books and writing memoir and everything like that. So have a look through this. I'm just going to go back up to the top very quickly. And as you can see, we've got the space there where it says get Notion free. So that's where I'm going to go. I'll hit that, and even though I have got a an account one or already on a excuse me, on a email, I can do this with a different email. Like you can have a couple of different ones. As you can see, that's showing up with my Ros Boundy. The Boomer Press, which I wasn't really wanting to show. I was going to do it as my pen name, but I don't even know that I want to do that yet. Let me just switch from being the I don't want you to see. I've got to search which email it is I can do it as, because I do have an Apple email. So I'm going to actually sign in with my Apple, and it's right, there we go. I'm just going to do that. Continue in with, I don't know whether I've got that. And I don't have the password for that because I've forgotten it over the years. Let me have a look. Let's see if I've remembered it. No. I haven't, so that's unfortunate, isn't it? I'm just going to go back to the Notion, and I will sign in as myself anyway. Whoopsie. So continue as me. Let's go there. The thing that I wanted to show you was more so in, okay, yeah, see, it's areas that I don't actually want us to be going into. I'm just going to have to do this differently. I should really have been more organised, and well, I was intending to actually. So we'll just go back to there. I'm going to do it a bit differently. Oh, gee, sorry. I'm getting things here confused. I'm just needing to, because there's so much here in the way of what I'm wanting to do. Let's see. Let's see if I can share this one and that it does it properly. I'll just have a look. Okay, now let's see if this will work. In going back to here, I'll see if I can share. Oops, share the screen again. This does prove interesting when doing something like this, where I'm right. As you can see, there we've got the Notion.so log in, and I have, as you can see, I've got this pop up. I'm going to use my Psychic2 reader at Gmail. That's a public email. I don't mind people knowing that one. And this is what you get with your onboarding. So you saw how what I did was hit that start a new account. So just got to go back here. So that it, for work or for personal life, for this, I'm probably going to delete the account afterwards anyway. Or I'll put it as, look, I'll do it for work. You hit continue. And on my own, because I don't want to have a team, and tell us more about. So you just do this. I'm just going to do the top ones. What's my role? Is the executive, using Notion just for myself, size of company is 1, 2, etc. You can fill these out as appropriate. And what I'm wanting to do on the Notion is some projects and some docs and meetings. I'll use it for those, okay, and we'll see what it does. Workspace is Psychic Ros, and we shall continue from there. Okay, so it does take a little bit of time to actually have these things roll through, but there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, now I'll just check the comments because I'm not quite sure what's there. Who's there? Sorry, not what's there, who's there. Here we go. Hi Kim, lovely to see you here. I hope it's not totally confusing you. This is a session that I'm doing for Boomer Press and presenting this as 5 Foot Rope TV, and for the rest of this month at least. So I'm giving it a go now. I don't want to do that with Plus trial. No thanks, continue with the free plan. That took a little while, didn't it? So here we are with our Notion that actually starts off, so that you remember how I'd started the setup with the projects, the meetings, and the docs. So it actually gives us some examples and a bit of a template here. It calls it Team Spaces regardless of the fact I'm using it as myself, but because I had business there. So once you get past that, that's the free setup, you can create team spaces and everything for different departments within your business and that type of thing. So that's what that's about. And I'm not sure where I'm up to. Oh yeah, see, as you can see here, that's actually highlighted, so you can see where you're at as you're moving through it. What I did initially was started with my own personal one, which I haven't used much. Is I'm still discovering it. I'm enjoying trying out different parts of it, and with the getting started, you have the welcome to Notion and these little spots and things that you can, places that you can do things. So you can actually add an icon to this. So actually that's not too bad, an icon. So why not leave it at that? You can add a cover, which is a different photo. Change the cover. I mean, you can do it to any type of picture that you want if you'd like. And because I'm in a set space here, look, let's just choose a koi. Because we've got that other background, and because I've got all my little eCam stuff in the way, it's very difficult to know what I'm doing. Let me just get out of that one and I'll go over there, and I'm not too sure about how I'm choosing it. Oh, that's all right. No, I want a fishy one, so here we go. Oh, well, it's done it now, so that's fine. We can change the cover again, but I don't think I will. And our icon, you just click on it to change it to something else. So we'll leave it like that. So that's part of the setting up. Here we've got the welcome to Notion, as you can see. And we've got a few tick box ones that are here are the basics. So we just click anywhere and start typing. So if I wanted to, I could say a new start for a new project. Right, and then what we can do, as you can see here, it says write something or press the space for AI, which I won't. And you can press the / for the command. So here's this one, and if I go doing headings, you can do it, create it there in the spaces for straight text and text blocks here if you want to, like this toggle. But what I want is a page so that I can create a new linked page to be able to have that not crowding what is my facing page. Okay, so that's pretty much what that is there, but I don't want it there because, oops, I don't want that on the get started. So I can actually just, whoops, and I did another whoops. So from here, or what you can do once you're down the bottom, I think I can click on this one to say I want to remove it. So there's the delete, and there we are, we're back to these. They can just be deleted, but we still have these tick boxes if we want to. And there we've got, it's a toggle block, so you can look at the templates. This is all under the getting started. So normally you don't mess around with this one. You just, click anywhere to start typing. Well, I've done that. And here's a tick list, and hit this / to see all types of the contents. We did that as well. Okay, we've done that. Highlight any text. So we can still type down here, as in the text. Here is some sample text. So we can try out the highlight text feature. And this would be where we go sample text and use the menu that pops up to style it. So we can go like that. Okay, and that's how you would do it. And you do the text color. We can change the color of the text to being red if we want to. See how that works? Isn't that rather nifty actually? So we've done that one. Then we can see the little doovers, that those 6 dots to the left of the checkbox on hover, and you drag the line. So grabbing that, you drag it like this. We can shift it down a couple, still hovering, click to open the menu, and that's what you can, that's interesting. So we've done that one. Let's put it back to where it was, because we're going down one by one as we see them. So we've done that one. Then we would, what's the new page at the top of the sidebar? Let's see what's the new page. Is that one? There. It's the little pen over the little square thing next to our name there. There we go. So there's the new page. But again, this is the one that we didn't really want to go to. Oh, look, have a look. It's not under the getting started. You have a look. It's not under the getting started there. This was, let's have a look. It's not, because we didn't add a title or anything. Let's try that again. There's a new page. Creating more pages, and that's what we'd do there. Further discovery of how to use the Notion for the Boomer Press Book Nook, and it's episode 30. Now we've got that there. Now as we go back to our getting started, you can see now that we have that page there over on the left. Okay, are you following it along with it so far? It's got a great deal of versatility. So we've ticked off that one, and you see how it came back to where it's got the private heading, it's got the Get Started coming up to the top of it because it's the one we're currently using. This is where we have our cursor and what we're likely doing on the page at the moment. Okay, now what we can do here also is, I've got to try and move a box around. Click the calendar in the sidebar to manage your time and work together. So Notion's calendar app is integrated and synced with all your Google Calendar events. Here we go. This is the one it's meaning over here on the left, Explore Notion Calendar. We're going to click on that, continue with Google. There we go. And it should open a calendar that is for Psychic Ros and Notion and the Google Calendar as well. So we just go through with all of that, continue to Google permissions and do all that. Do it for this one. And there we go. And I think that's okay. Sign in with the Notion into Notion Calendar. So it is a little bit separate. Let me just stop sharing. Oh, now I can't remember where my screens are. Uh-oh. That's not the one I wanted. Now I've got to find it. No, I haven't got the right one up. I've missed that. There it is. Is that the one? Oh, goodness. No, it's not that one either. Anyway, it does all sorts of things there. We just go continue. I don't know what it's ticking at the moment. I'm just continuing. So we'll get the calendar up. And it's just going through the process. I'm not going to save any item. So it does take a little bit of time. And contacts, I don't think I've got any contacts there. Give the permissions. And there we go. Gee, it goes through a few permissions, but this is only the once that you would need to use them. Okay. And there we go. Oh, that's the same thing we did before, wasn't it? Maybe I hit something wrong. Uh-oh. Anyway, here we have it. We're on our thing today. Go away. Silly things. And what we've got here, it's saying that we've got our Notion workspace there. Calendar accounts is connected. Download the app. Well, I have got it. I just need to save in it. So you're getting the idea of what the calendar does, haven't you? Good. So we've done that. We've had a look at the the Notion calendar that connects with your Google Calendar. So it's all very automatic. Okay, so hopefully that was understandable. Oopsie, I've just gone in the wrong spot. Hold on, get back to there. Oh, this is all interesting, isn't it? Then we've got an instruction here to highlight Alan Kay's name and ask AI to explain who Notion's favourite scientist is. Well, who is Alan Kay's name? Oh, we highlight this one, Alan Kay, and ask the AI. Ah, here it is. See there? So you're just highlighting anything within the text and you click on that and it will ask, it will do something, ask, explain who Notion's favourite scientist is. There we go. So that should, yes, it's working. So even on the free AI, free Notion, you do get a certain number of the AI questions to ask before you're asked to pay. So you do get a very limited number there. Otherwise, you can use Google or ChatGPT, those types of things. There's so many options that you can use now. Okay, so it looks like Alan Kay is a pioneer computer scientist who has made significant contributions to modern computing. He's known for developing the concept of object-oriented programming, creating the Smalltalk programming language, and envisioning the concept of a personal computer with a graphical user interface. He's particularly famous for saying the best way to predict the future is to invent it. And don't we know that? I remember the days. So, and etc. And from this, you can go like that. You say it's helpful, and it will do, you can do an insert below and that type of thing. So we can do that. So there you go. It's put that there. And now we can actually tick that off because we've followed the instructions for our getting started template. And click templates in the sidebar to get started with pre-built pages. So here is the templates page, and we're doing that. And it is a bit of a marketplace, so you can do it for different aspects of discover anything, which would be type a plan in here, type something in there, or you can do it for work. And more than likely, I would say there's probably still a search feature here somewhere, or you just choose one of these types of templates. I'm not going to go through all of these, but I did notice here's one already, projects and tasks. So it sets up a template of this, and it does it as a page. I'm pretty sure that you can set it up as more than just the one. So here we've got a projects and tasks template that's free, and we can choose that. It opens it. Track projects of any shape or size and for any type of team. Let's preview it first. And here is what it would show up like on your Notion page. So this is how this page has been created. And you just do the particular areas of it as you would need to adjust and edit those particular areas. So you can, here it is. You can go there and add it to your actual page. I'm going to try here to the Psychic Ros HQ. Okay, let's put it there. We'll add it to that one. So templates being added, and now we can actually go, they'll let us know when it's ready. See template, and now that particular template, we've got a copy of that. Instead of just having to check it out in the templates area, we've got a copy of that now in our headquarters, so to speak. So I can actually change this to being a different type label if I want to, and add a different icon and all of that type of aspect of running a project. Oops, I've shifted myself from that again. Let's just drop that down. It'll be out of the way. I won't hit the wrong thing again, will I? Okay. So that's what we can use as part of, organising our writing and getting things together. Like this one would be, instead of being marketing campaign, but it could be once we've got a book published. That you need to set up something that is for marketing or a product launch. Here we could actually do the research for different times of different types of research. If we are doing something that we are wanting to find out what our the types of things that were happening, fashion for instance. The types of clothing that were around at the time that you might be writing for your parents. For my parents, they were born 1930, 1931 respectively. So at the time where they would have been teenagers, you could look up what sort of fashion there was around at the time and put that type of finding here in your research study area. And this, then this is something new that I'm not aware of. So you'd open the label of your project and wow, have a fun time going through all these types of different things you can do. And this is even in maximize it if you want to, so that that's the page you've got popping up. And here we have 3 columns where you could probably even put this. You can get rid of that's on the side. It's a pop-up. It allows bigger space that you can look at on your screen with a desktop. And you've got, not started, something that's in progress, it's done, and you can archive things. Isn't that amazing? And go back to your projects just like that. And here you've got the different projects that you've got ahead with, that area. There's if you remember, we're at the HQ. Let's put that column up. I like to have the column, it's easier for me. Lock sidebar. So we've got to do that. There we go. See, that's a way of doing it. We locked the sidebar. And here we have, see that it's those drop down types of menus, the same as what it has in the other area. So that's our projects area that we're looking at right now. And it's set up like this. Now this is in the, okay. So we've got the to-do list. So the project's set up in different ways that we can actually get started with. So remember, this was what we'd come across from that template of getting started. So we've got meetings as well, and the docs. If you remember, when I started and opened up this account, it came up with these 3 areas. So we've got projects and can then choose the get started with that in the projects. And now we've got the tasks as well, that we can set those up. And this is really very interesting, isn't it? I haven't gone delving into all of these template type areas and the rest. It was a while ago that I actually started my first Notion, and you do forget how you go into the newness of signing up. There's a few things that have changed, I think, from when I first started. So here we've got the projects again. I'm just popping through. We're already sent that one, haven't we? Now let's see what the meetings is. So we can do a team weekly and start setting up that for, let's do it for tomorrow. And it could be, rather than the 6 a.m, that's a wee bit early. I would actually have it at 10. So we can change that to being a weekly. And that looks reasonably good like it is. So that would set that one up. And you would add in whatever you need to. Add in a document if you want someone to read it, the team updates and gut checks. There's a lot of things you can do here for even a meeting, okay? So there we are back at that. Now this is saying it was yesterday, but I probably didn't save that as there's edit. No, I want a different day, don't I? I was going to choose Monday. Yep. And I was going to choose the different time, wasn't I? But that's all right. You get the drift. You're starting to understand this, I'm sure. And here we've got the different examples of documents that we can use. And here is an example of a brainstorming, which would be very nice to do, especially since what I'm involved in with the Boomer Press is helping you to get going on setting things up so it makes it easier for you to do your writing. So that to me looks like it's a very good idea. And I'm just trying to find my scenes again so that I can sort out what we're doing. That's the wrong one. That'll be right. Now I can't find it. Let me have a look, see. I've got to try and find the scenes, show the scenes window. There, I found it. It's here at last. Here at last. Okay, so now I can come back to me. There we go. Coming back to me. Oh, goodness gracious. So that's just a small amount of what the Notion can do, and how, when we're connecting all of that in with using a word processor like Scrivener, or there's another one that I just use the Google Docs, so that when you're getting some things together, you can connect that into your Notion as a link. Just have that on your page once you've got the actual URL link to be able to put into that space. So it's all really a great deal of, well, it's fun. I know I'm enjoying it as far as discovering all the different ways that we can do the various bits and pieces that we, as you remember things, even the way that I do it and write notes to myself on scrap pieces of paper. At the moment I've got, on this little, all over the place, lots of little notes on a B5, scrap bits of paper and the rest. Sometimes when I find that I'm not able to do the typing as much, what I've been doing is actually using the phone, taking a photo and adding it into the folder that this is the pic, because one of the things that you can do very easily is zoom in on these photos, and you don't have to type things out unless you really need to use it for referencing that the text needs to be there. I know many years ago what I used to use was what's called the OCR type of apps, where it's the optical character recognition. So it took the photo and the little app would recognize the words and type them from the photo, so that you didn't have to type much then, but you always had to correct a fair bit back then in the initial days of when they were being developed. I haven't gone looking for anything along that line for a long time, so it might be something that I can look into again, is using that optical character recognition style of tool, because it probably could save a heck of a lot of time in taking something like a piece of paper like this with all the notes and setting it into typed words, so that the Google Docs can be searchable, and then if you're using artificial intelligence like ChatGPT to help with some of the marketing, which I'm certainly going to be learning more about, using the AI to help with that side of what is books and publishing, and because people aren't going to know what you've got unless you tell them. If you're wanting to share your books once they've published, every author does need to, if you're not hiring someone and you're doing a lot of it yourself, you do need to learn a bit about the marketing to know some of the easier ways, the better ways and what suits you of how to do the marketing. Marketing isn't just sell. It's just letting people know what you have to offer, how you can help solve their problems if there's a book that you're writing that's specifically to solve someone's problems or issues, or if you're just writing the books for pure entertainment, and like fiction books for story. Regardless of what genre it is, you're still needing to tell people that you've created this book, that you're interested in, that of course you'd be interested in letting them know so that they could buy it. It's all it's a wonderful field for discovering different ways of doing things as well, with doing the being able to write and share your words with someone else for whatever reason, whatever purpose. I'm finding it to be quite a great adventure, and I'm really enjoying sharing it with others as I'm moving along. Look, I might be only it feels like I'm fairly brand new at all this, which in many regards I am, but I've been doing a background of it for many years as far as that writing and helping someone do writing, when I was helping my dad write his books. And They were non-fiction more so. They weren't fiction as such, but it was a great experience to be able to help someone move through organising their words into the chapters, into a book, and get it all formatted and then printed. All those little steps I've certainly had some experience with, and I can help you do that. And it certainly is, I'm happy to do that, a little bit of that hand holding and the other part of it with you, because Michelle is an excellent graphic designer and marketer with her business, Design Studios. So lovely to have that partnership with her, that venture together. It is that. And it's an adventure together, I feel. So I'm going to leave it there for today. I'll just pop it back to the screen sharing so you can have one more look at how this notion might possibly be right for you or not. And it would be something that I'd be... oh, what's this doing? Okay, it's sharing that part. I needed that one for the screen share. Sorry, I had two screens open. Right, I was monitoring what you just saw with the monitoring. So as we're here back in the Notion, we're back at that getting started screen. And as you can see, all of those tick boxes are now done. And we've got this toggle box that we can see. There's other little links to be helpful for whatever is needed as we go along, learning more about the Notion and the ways that we can use it. It, for me, is looking like it's got so much potential. I know with the course that I'm taking with Future Fiction Academy, with that subscription that I'm paying there, it's so much in their academy that, it's really mind-boggling how, and they do use Notion heavily, and that's how I became interested in using this as an absolutely versatile organising tool. Can almost get lost in it, but this is where you can create whatever you need to of these types of, the spaces. So as it says here, it's a team space. I don't know what that one's got. What's that say? Show, move section. Oh, new team space. So you can actually create a new team space. There you go. If you have different areas, whether you set up and you get your business growing really big, you might have that ability to grow your business so big that you've got a finance department and a marketing department, or a writing department for book cover, creating the covers and all sorts of things. Who knows? There's all sorts of possibilities once you start in this realm of writing books. I know, because I'm excited by the whole thing myself. So it's lovely to be able to share it with you as I grow and move along in what I'm doing too. I find it very exciting. So, it looks like, I wonder what's happening there. I've got a little message on my screen that something wasn't streaming. That's okay. We're finishing now anyway. So at the right time, I'm hoping that the boomerpress.online will be working again very, very soon. Check it out. I might get it fixed tonight. It might be that it's something to do tomorrow because I can't fix it myself. Yes, it's all fun. All a great deal of fun. And isn't it wonderful to be reminded how human we are, and some of what we do. I'm not frightened to press the buttons, so I do that, and sometimes it comes up with uh-ohs. So lovely to have a play. Thank you for watching, and the next session that I'll be doing for this is it's going to be the half-hour session tomorrow at 5:30 Adelaide time. So that'll be episode number 31. I'll have something a little shorter to show you. I might even have a bit of another look at the Notion, or we'll do something else. Hopefully I might even have the website properly functioning again and be able to show you the community site And I'm hoping that that's what will be able to be done over the next 2 episodes. So we'll see what comes up, what is possible, who knows, because it's all a bit of an adventure and discovery as we move along, isn't it? Thank you for being with me, and certainly if you are going to be watching it as replay, or if you're watching this as replay and get to the end, can you put the hashtag replay so that I know, and I can respond back to you as well. And thank you to those of you who are watching until the end here from the start. It's lovely to have people in the chats as well, so thank you. And we'll see you tomorrow, and join in whatever next step of the adventure it might be. So bye for now.